Hello, everyone. This is Mr. Informal giving you another podcast. We are on the 34th edition of the Mr. Informal Podcast. I am Mr. Informal. Hopefully, you are doing great this weekend. And a lot of things have been happening. As you know, Christmas is coming, Thanksgiving is coming, especially Halloween is coming. And that should be soon. I cannot wait what the freaks have come to show us. So, these are the topics for the podcast. The last of denim manufacturer will be closing down. That's sad. It's a sad day. Number 2, the rise of outdoor gear and outdoor wear in the streets. And the last topic for today is 3 are the home speakers, the smart speakers, or the connected speakers. As you know, they are listening, whether it be Amazon, Apple Siri, whether it be Google, Cortana, and so on and so on. So those are the 3 topics for Mr. Informal Podcast. And sorry that there was no podcast last week, but as you know, I didn't find anything interesting to talk about last week, and so there was not. But right now is the 34th edition of Mr. Informal Podcast, so let's start it out. So let's talk about something that is definitely will affect a lot of denim brands. So check this out, okay? So International Textile Group announced today that they will be ceasing operations or closing down at the Cone Mills White Oak plant in Greensboro. That is the White Oak plant. We're only talking about White Oak. There's a reason why I'm singling that out. North Carolina as of December 31, 2017. The White Oak plant has been in operation for 110 years. Wow, more than a century. And is the last Selvedge Denim mill in the USA. So what does that really mean? Well, basically any denim brands that is marketing their brands as a Selvedge Denim made in the USA will be basically gone. They can't market it anymore like that, especially if it's from North Carolina. They can get their denims from Japan, from Italy, from China, from India, or anybody. But it's not saying that the whole plant, the Cone Mills plant is gonna be closing down. No, it is only going to be the Selvedge Denim. What is Selvedge Denim is basically anything you see the red thread on the edge of the fabric. That is what selvedge means, meaning it's finishing the edge of the fabric. That way it doesn't fray, it does not what's the other word the raw edges are not being shown. Basically a clean finish. So this particular plant has been founded since 1905. Not only that, it is sad to say that the workers in the White Oak plant will also be laid off, or they may be moved to another plant of the Cone Mills. And the CEO of Cone, the president and CEO of Cone Denim and International Textile Group, we truly regret having to take this action to close the mill, and we deeply appreciate the loyalty and dedication of current and former employees of the White Oak Mill. Their talent and effort, innovation, dedication, and customer focus all combined to create a White Oak brand, heritage, and legacy that will forever be the heart of Cone Denim business. Wow. I guess Selvedge Denim in the USA is basically gone. And so where else are we gonna get it? Japan, Italy, China, India, Bangladesh. Basically international businesses or international factories that are creating Selvedge Denim. Unbelievable. It is absolutely sad. Now, many considered, including me, think that Selvedge Denim is the best of the best denim. Now, you can say that, oh, it depends on the weight, it depends on the weave, it depends on the color. No. If your denim is the best of the best, then at least it should be clean finish with the Selvedge or Selvedge. I'm just gonna go by Selvedge here. And man, there was a time when USA used to be the #1 denim manufacturer in the world, but now with this, again, it's just proving more and more that they don't really care about that business anymore. Or maybe consumers don't care about that anymore. Heck, consumers even considers Italian denim and Japanese denim much more premium than USA denim, even though USA denim is the originator. It's absolutely ridiculous. And with this closing down, it just proves more and more that in the future, consumers will not know about the USA denim. They will know only denims that are being manufactured from overseas. They will think Italian denim is the highest end or Japanese denim is the highest end. And yet, USA denim is the originator. It is Genesis. It is the originals. You want to talk about Levi's 501? USA denim. There's no doubt about that. And I mean, what can I say? A lot of brands are gonna be affected by it, but I'm sure they can find other businesses to deal with, which is not really bad. But as for a company who's been in the business for a century, that just tells you how much of a high quality that their denims are. And so I just think that it is sad. It is absolutely, I mean, I feel sorry for the workers, but we'll see how the future of USA denims are. So we're on the second topic, and this topic is going to be huge. I'm sure you've seen it in a lot of blogs, pictures, videos, music videos, streets, rap videos. So the rise of outerwear in the streets, which means we see the North Face, Stone Island, Columbia Sportswear, Patagonia, Eagle Creek. The list goes on and on in the streets. I mean, I actually don't think this is a bad thing. I think this is a good thing because a lot of these outdoor gear are actually made for the outdoor, especially in the cold, to keep you warm. So if you want to be warm, that's great. I actually think this is one of those times when, or this is one of those situations where it's absolutely great to buy jackets, pants, clothing from these types of brands. But what I'm absolutely specifically saying is that they are becoming a fashion styles trend. Now, I'm sure you've seen the collaboration between the North Face and Supreme. That's been a couple times, and now the streets is having the North Face jackets with Supreme logos on it. Same thing with a black hole, not the black hole, but the duffel bag of the North Face. Same with the backpack. And the North Face need to bring their purple label here. Okay, stop making it exclusive only for Japan. I'm getting sick and tired of North Face not bringing that shit here in the US. Not only that, we also get to see Patagonia. Especially right now, the hottest outdoor gear brand right now is Stone Island. Seems like every blog, every person in Instagram, Twitter, in YouTube, in their website is having out Stone Island jackets, shirts, pants, hoodies. The list goes on and on. And it's not actually a bad thing. I actually think that's a good thing, because Stone Island knows how to market their stuff. If you see their lookbooks and their books, they actually know how to market their brands, such as jackets having certain features such as moisture wicking, Gore-Tex, even wool to keep you warm, to keep water resistance or water repellent, to keep the water out of penetrating the fabric, or make sure you're dry, make sure it doesn't make you wet, and make sure to protect you from the wind, and basically to make you feel comfortable. And that's what a Stone Island jacket is supposed to have. There's even a hoodie, or I think a jacket made by Stone Island. Depending on your body temperature, it changes color. So that's absolutely great. We get to see innovation. We actually get to see consumers being smart. But I actually think that maybe part of it is just hype, because a lot of these people are seeing from Instagram and website wearing these North Face or Stone Island, and they think that's cool, so they wear it. What if the trend suddenly dies and they're not gonna wear it anymore? So it is just a trend, but I'm glad to see these brands be on the spotlight, because these brands do know how to market their items, even though they are up there in the price range. But at the same time, these things are durable, they're tough, they're made to last. They actually keep you comfortable whenever the weather gets worse, or whenever the weather gets cold. And best of all, you will always get quality items, especially with the North Face. I got a North Face duffel bag, and I even have their backpacks too. And I'm a fan of Patagonia in regards to their social responsibility. And in the streets, we've seen this a while, even in the past, but it's just becoming a bigger trend than before, due to the collaboration, due to exposure, whether it be Instagram, Twitter, and marketing, all that stuff. And again, to me, it's not a good thing. To me, this is a good thing, especially for the brand itself. They're making profits off of it, and they're getting the spotlight, and they're expanding, which is always good to have. And so with the last topic, this is certainly becoming the biggest thing in tech. We have smart and connected speakers. Google recently announced a lot of home speakers or connected speakers that are connected to Google, so with the magic word okay Google or hey Google. Basically the same thing with Amazon Echo, and also Apple is getting in on the action with their Apple Siri. Basically a lot of these speakers are connected through Wi-Fi or maybe your phone, and they're actively listening due to the magic word, whether it be hey Google or hey Amazon or hey Echo, whatever it may be. So the biggest problem, I have absolutely no problem with this, okay? But well, actually, let me be specific. I have no problems with having speakers connected through Wi-Fi, because you're casting apps such as SoundCloud or Google Music, Amazon Music, whatever it may be. But the biggest problem I have with this is it's constantly listening. Now, I'm not confirming that it's recording, but it's constantly listening, and the privacy is absolutely gone. And the worst about it is a lot of these brands are selling our data to marketers, to ads, and I am absolutely not happy about that. Now, the concept of having connected speakers is ideally great. I absolutely think it's one of the more innovative and recent rise in tech. And not only that, a lot of these brands are actually making these speakers sound great, which means they're also focusing on sounds and design. So that's another plus. But where do we draw the limit of privacy? Because we as consumers, especially the people, have the right to privacy. And the worst thing about it is that a lot of these people are actually accepting it. They're letting go of their privacy. And that's something I cannot accept, because I may not accept it, but then if the majority of people accept it, then a lot of these brands are going to think I'm accepting it. So it's a lose situation for those consumers who care about privacy. And for us to keep on accepting this, whether it be on our smartphones or even our smart TVs and all that, is absolutely ridiculous. Where do we draw the limit from that? And the worst thing about it is that it constantly listens. And if these brands wanna sell our data through ads or through these marketers, then shouldn't we have a say on it? You can always say opt out, but I don't believe that it's opting out 100%. Do we get paid with our data? I mean, you can't tell me, oh, it's absolutely free. No, I bought the device, so it wasn't free. So why is it that you're making money off of me with the device, and then you're additionally making money off of me by selling my data to these ads? And that is absolutely not fair for us consumers, and that is absolutely violating our right to privacy. So I'm asking you as a consumer, where do we draw the line? When do we stop and start caring about what we do at home, and not having to put ourselves through this situation where a lot of these companies always have to seem to be at an advantage? I mean, there was a time when I bought an iPod that's not connected through internet or anything, and I just listen to music. That's it. But now if you listen to music through your phone or even iPod and it's connected to the internet, suddenly it's sending that data through Apple, Google, or whatever these companies, and then these people collect your data and sell it off to marketers and ads. I mean, why can't we just keep it simple? Why can't we just keep it honest? And in the next 5 years or 10 years, we may not even have a privacy at all. Somehow we're gonna have cameras in the streets, in our home, and all that stuff, and someone telling us, such as Big Brother. And I'm not okay with that future. If you're okay with that, but that's you. But me, I like to have peace, which is something that you can't always get nowadays. And so that is basically it for the Mr. Informal Podcast edition 34. Hopefully you enjoyed that, and hopefully you learned some things. If you have any questions or you want me to tackle on a particular subject, let me know down in the comments below, or just say whatever you feel like it. And so that basically concludes the Mr. Informal 34 edition podcast. I will see you in the next podcast. Bye bye.